All right, so just got dropped off at the trailhead again, getting started again today. My feet are very swollen, so I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to go. Thinking 10 miles, there's a shelter. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so maybe try to get in before that and just relax a little bit, kick my feet up. Only about, after that, probably only maybe 20 miles away from Boots Off Hostel, so might try to push tomorrow to get in there. So we'll see how I feel.
If you went up to Klingman's and around, you missed it. You had to stay on the trail and then come back.
I'm glad to hear.
Beautiful.
I really have heard so much about that
Kind of like,
Replicate the sound, but it sounded like
yeah, I don't think it was a honey badger. It's like
you know when you
but
turn the cap of a
it's interesting.
All right, so been hiking for about 2.5 hours here today. Already at mile 6. It's looks to be a pretty easy day as far as elevation, so we should be cruising today. Excited. Yesterday was an awesome day though. Ended up only doing about 10 miles and it started downpouring, so we all hung out at a shelter, had a really good group that was there. We all hung out in the evening or the afternoon waiting out the storm, which fortunately never passed, but I think it was good for me. I was tired that day. I ended up not getting a good night's sleep the night before, so had very little energy. But, you know, it was also just like uplifting socially. I ended up meeting back up with some folks that I'd been hiking with, Lone Wolf and Squid, and so it was fun seeing them again, and really was just morally put me back in a good spot. So it's weird how much this is just a mental game. It's obviously a lot of physical activity, but you got to be in the right place mentally in order to do this hike. Also, in case you can't tell by the fogginess on this video, it is quite humid. I've been sweating nonstop for about 2 to 3 days. I'm finally starting to chafe everywhere. So next town I get, Mind Body Glide for sure. I mean, words really cannot express how great of a day yesterday and today has been. Trail's been awesome. The people around me have been awesome. It's just been a really enjoyable experience. Even with the bit of rain yesterday, it actually made it better. I get why people can fall in love with the trail. I really do. It's awesome. I'm really, really happy right now in this moment. Very bad.
If I get someone to send me my contacts, that
All right, so yesterday was another awesome day. It actually ended up raining all day, and so we only hiked a couple miles in the morning, and then got to Boots Off Hostel. Just waited out the rain, never stopped, so ended up, just fell almost. Ended up staying the evening, and it was a lot of fun. Played some board games, cooked some food there. It was a good group of folks that were there, so now we are hiking out. We're gonna try to attempt to do 16 miles today, and then that'll leave like 24 or something into Damascus. Heard the hiking into Damascus is very easy. It's very cruisy, so it shouldn't be a big issue to do that kind of mileage. A couple gear updates though. So I had this loaner, or I guess a trekking pole that I had taken from a hiker box at a hostel. That one broke. And now my original C-Knock, it is falling apart on me. So I have ordered some new trekking poles, some Lucky poles that will be coming in about a week to one of the upcoming hostels little disappointed because Enoch, these are very expensive poles, and it's stuff like the glue basically come undone, and the bottom tip, the little metal tip, just fell off, and so now I'm just wearing out at the little plastic nubs down there. So very disappointed. I talked to another hiker, exact same thing happened to him. So I think it's actually a issue with the poles themselves, not just any sort of normal wear and tear at least, but I'm gonna send them back. I'm gonna send this one back home. I'll deal with a warranty return when I get back to the States, or excuse me, when I get back home to Texas. So the past couple of days, I've met a new group. There is an Australian guy, goes by the name of Eli. He doesn't have a trail name, but he is working on his Triple Crown, finishing up the AT. And then there's also two Irish girls by the name of High Kick and Zip Code, which they've been fun to hang out with at the hostels. Good group of folks. So still been hanging with Squid and Lone Wolf, Deluxe, and Free Flow. And so I think we're all going to try to meet up at the shelter at that 16-mile point tonight, and then all hike into Damascus tomorrow. It'll be a pretty long day mileage-wise tomorrow, but like I said, it should be easy. So probably go in, get some food in the morning. Once we're in Damascus, maybe do some laundry, stop by the outfitter, do a couple errands, and then head on out, continue on the trail. We're going to be hitting mile 500 soon, which is going to be really cool, really nice. That seems like such a larger milestone than, 400 or 300. So excited to have basically almost 1/4 of the trail done. Doesn't seem like that we're already that far, but sure enough. All right, so getting started again today. I had a wonderful night's sleep at a tent site. We're about 26 miles away from Damascus, so this is gonna be a push today. We're gonna try to do the entire thing and be my first, marathon day. I guess I did 25 the other day, but this would be pushing my new all-time high. The trail is very, very nice and easy here today, so it's a little bit cheating, but it should be pretty relaxing, chill day. Let's hope it stays that way. I just got to keep my energy levels up by eating plenty of food, make sure I stay hydrated. But the weather is very nice. Should have no rain in the forecast, and it's nice and cool, so perfect day to crush some miles. So there's a saying on the trail, that's let the miles come to you. Don't go chasing the miles. And it makes a lot of sense now, because over the past week or so, just something clicked with me, with my body, with my mindset, with everything, where the miles don't seem so difficult. They don't seem so impossible to achieve. When someone says, hey, let's do 26 today, I'm like, this is gonna be a long, tough day, but it's doable. Someone says, let's do 16. I'm thinking, all right, yeah, that's good, let's do it. And that was something that before, if I had heard 16, I was thinking, oh no, I don't know if I could physically do it. So it's been really kind of a nice mindset change. It's been really nice, and it's allowed me to enjoy the trail a lot better, where I'm not seeing this as an impossible journey every day, but rather a nice trip, a nice day of hiking. So really hammers home just the idea that you really don't want to push yourself too hard in the beginning. At some point, things will just come together. If I had pushed any harder than what I did in the beginning, I wouldn't be here right now, because I would have been injured. I would have been so upset with myself, or just mentally wouldn't be there. I'd be in so much pain all the time that I just wouldn't have liked the through hike, and I would have quit. I would have gone home. So just a little tip there. Definitely just let the miles come to you. All right, so a little bit of change of plans. It is about 2 o'clock, and I hung out at a shelter having lunch for about an hour or two. Just ran into some old friends, kind of chatting catching up there. And so instead, I think what they're planning to do, which is probably the smarter option if you're going to go into town tomorrow anyway, and just kind of take my time doing a 0 and possibly even need to do kind of a late start on Friday in order to pick up a package. No reason to rush it. And so I think we're just going to go, I guess it would be around 18 miles total here today. And then that will only require us to maybe go another 7 into town in the morning. I think my math is correct there. But that would mean I only have to go maybe, I guess, another 8 miles here today, and then I'll be able to call it. Should only take maybe 3 hours since this is such an easy terrain. We've just kind of been moving quickly. So yeah, just gonna take my time the next 2 days and just enjoy being out here, enjoy the folks I've been around with and hanging out with. All right, so good morning. I just left the shelter area and have about 10 miles into Damascus. It's very early, well, not super early, but left about 7 o'clock and hoping to get into town by the 11 o'clock cutoff for when the diner switches from breakfast to lunch. So I hope they have a really good breakfast there. So hoping that I can make it before 11. If there's one thing that can give me motivation, it is food. So. All right, check it out. Done with another state. No more Tennessee, all Virginia from here. 500 miles, it's gonna take a while.
This game.
I love that there's a label on this block saying it will be okay.
I know that's on my head.